The return of Queen Naomi into the palace of Ile-Ife is very imminent, as Ooni has announced to every single person around him that his society believes that Queen Naomi's return is going to foster a whole lot of difference inside of the palace of Ile-Ife. So it is no news when we hear that Ooni is still planning, or Ooni is trying to do everything he can possibly do to ensure Queen Naomi returns back into the palace of Ile-Ife. All of a sudden, we can all say that Ooni coming back and making everything work between him and Queen Naomi is thing we can talk. And it is one that all the Oloris, it is thing that one of the things that the Oloris are happy about is that Ooni is still the person they say he is. Ooni hasn't changed a bit. Ooni hasn't done anything at all to compromise any of that. But the most important thing that the Oloris are always talking about is that what exactly is going to happen between him and the Oloris. That is what he's talking about. Because we all know that if Ooni wants to begin a manhunt for Queen Naomi, he is going to get her as soon as possible. But the most important thing is, are the Oloris ready for whatever is going to happen to them? That is where all of the problems are. So guys, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on when and where you are actually watching us from. These updates to you will be subs from the entertainment industry and also from the Ooni of Ife Palace. Ooni has taken it upon himself to make sure that the plans to bring in Queen Naomi is not old news again. He wants to make it as true as possible, because people of Ile-Ife now are doubting the decisions that Ooni is busy making. And of course, everybody is always willing to get to know whatever Ooni has to do in order to save a relationship that has almost cost everybody in the palace of Ile-Ife. The relationship between Ooni and Queen Naomi has already become a popular figure among everybody. All of us were always talking about it. Why? Because Queen Naomi is a special person that can be willing to do anything it takes at all to make sure that whatsoever happens between her and Ooni is one tale to talk about or the other. But since we all know that Ooni has already shown his own part in bringing her back, he's still trying to make sure that the gods are approving it. So Ooni has gotten over 10 cows in order to sacrifice for Queen Naomi's return. And this is not just a small thing that he can do for anybody. He can't do it for anybody just because they are who they say they are, but because Ooni has already done what he can do to make sure that all of his Oloris are happy first of all, before he goes on a hunt for Queen Naomi. If they are not happy, it is another different case. But in this situation, everybody realizes that whatsoever Ooni is planning to do is going to be something that he should do as quickly as possible, so he can make it known to everybody that this search for Queen Naomi has been something he has been doing from the very beginning up until the moment where he is right now. So they shouldn't even see it as a normal thing. They shouldn't see it as something they should talk about every single time. They should just see it as every single day Ooni is just willing to do whatever his mind wants him to do. If not, he is not going to have peace of mind for himself. We understand that it has always been hard for Ooni. Ooni has gone through so much in order to make peace between him and Queen Naomi, in order to prove that Queen Naomi is the only sole owner of his heart. But the Oloris too understand that if they want to get Ooni's mind off of whatever Queen Naomi is busy planning for him, then it is going to be a whole lot harder for them. Because they all know that if Ooni is planning on something, he is going to make that thing possible no matter what. So whether they are happy or they are not happy, the problem here is, are the Oloris ready to go take a risk to stop Ooni, or is Ooni going to make the right decision of bringing in Queen Naomi? And of course, Ooni has never failed in any of his decisions that he has made. And that is something we should all talk about. If the Oloris are not happy about Ooni and Queen Naomi being together, then they should have a case of their own. They shouldn't be where they are right now. They shouldn't talk about whatever Ooni is doing. They shouldn't talk about whatever Ooni has done in order to save his marriage. Because Ooni has tried his possible best in order to let the Oloris know that even though he has a soft spot, a very, very soft spot for Queen Naomi, he has already let them know that he himself has brought himself to this point. So whether they are happy about it or they are not happy about it, truth be told, Ooni has done the best he can. He has tried to prove to the Oloris too that he's still in love with them. And what the gods are referring to is that Ooni has done his best to make the Oloris understand that he has taken care of them to the fullest before he begins anything with Queen Naomi. Because as the rule states, if Ooni doesn't do it, that means he is going to be in a whole deeper trouble than he is right now. And Ooni is not that kind of person that enters trouble anyhow. You have not heard Ooni of getting into trouble with the gods of Ile-Ife or anybody at all. But the most important thing that he's planning of is actually making it possible between him and all the Oloris that they get to see whatever Queen Naomi is like to inside of the palace of Ile-Ife. They get to experience what Queen Naomi has done. They get to experience the kind of thing that Queen Naomi is willing to do to make the palace of Ile-Ife a better place. And that is one thing Ooni has always done from the very beginning up until this moment. So whether they are happy about it or not, we won't say the Olori's happiness don't go around the things that Ooni is planning to do. But the thing we are saying is that Ooni has already made sure that every one of them is ready to go through whatsoever pain that he has gone through, since they are not ready to give him that opportunity to make everything right between him and also between Queen Naomi, to make the palace a better place. So if the Oloris are happy, they are happy. But what is on Ooni's mind is happiness. And that is what he's about to do. Bringing Queen Naomi in is one thing he's willing to do from the bottom of his heart, whether now or whether in the next coming years. So guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to drop your comments down